Might be biased, but I think we have the best class in a long time. Say everybody's a dog in their own right.
I just think the game of basketball is changing quite a bit. Everybody's just a lot more versatile.
I say a lot of players in my class, they have a lot of edge to them.
The game is really evolving, and it's truly a blessing to be a part of a generation where I get to witness it all.
I mean, she is just a humble, competitive superstar.
I think the biggest thing with Audi is she loves life.
It's a new wave, it's a new generation. I feel like my class, they have a bag. We're here to kind of change the narrative on women's basketball.
Post for me. Daddies! Post for me. Oh! Stay away from me today, Willie. Stay away. You're what? A sore? Yeah, me too. I chose Iowa State because of the people here and because they weren't necessarily interested in what I could do for them, but in what they could also do for me. So I felt like the people were really invested in me as a person as well, as opposed to just what I bring on the court. You know, I look in the stands and I see people that I met in elementary school that decided to come to a game, or I see people that I see on campus and they recognize me from my hometown or from Ames, and that just means the world, because to be able to reach that many people and bring that attention here to Iowa State, like, that's all I could ever ask for.
All right, take me back to the iconic moment, the 40-point game.
And we are underway at Maples. The opening tap controlled by the Cyclones.
And that game in general was just an insane roller coaster. You go into halftime down by so much, but for some reason, there's still a ton of hope, and the reason was because we've seen ourselves do it throughout this season. And so we go into halftime with all that hope, but honestly, what I was seeing was Audi is killing it.
Crooks with 17 already, the next highest score for her squad.
Give Audi the ball at all costs, and so it's kind of throw it up there and let Audi do her thing.
Already with 4 triples here in our third quarter. Crooks wide open and a chance for 3.
That's the fun thing about her is she has such great hands. She grabs it and she puts it in the basket and makes my assist numbers look good, but ultimately she's the one doing all the work. I vividly remember sitting on the bench, okay? And we were down like 20 at half, and I don't know how many points I had at that point. One of my assistant coaches, Coach M, said, "What are you gonna do, drop 30?" I said, "If I have to, I guess."
We've heard that last name a time or two.
Crooks inside.
You're gonna have to send help side.
The Cyclones in the third quarter stealing the show.
Maryland can continue to throw fresh bodies at her, make her out of position, but she still got that touch.
A new career high of 31 for Crooks.
And I got to 30, and Coach M goes, "Okay, give me 40. I said, "Okay."
Jones thought about it, works it inside to Crooks. Number 55 with 39 tonight. That one gives her 40. Second largest comeback in NCAA tournament history.
Super cool moment, and just to be able to do that and celebrate that with my teammates and make that legendary comeback, that game was just a lot of fun. Very good. Free throws are going in this year, too. This year. What do you mean 50%? Bow. Bow.
Why do you live by the word growth?
I just think that being comfortable is not a good thing. I think that when you can push yourself and grow and reach new heights, then that's when you're really becoming, you know, a better person every day, which is kind of the goal, in my opinion.
How would you describe your growth on and off the court, you as a person and a player?
So on the court, obviously I think I expanded like my skill set, just transitioning from high school to college. Like, it's a different game, it's a different level, and it requires a lot more of you. So that wasn't easy. That was a hard transition to make, but I would say off the court, you know, when things got hard, I learned to persevere because of that. Made some really good connections. Like, I have a new family, so off the court, everything went really well, and that kind of helped translate on the court.
Obviously, you're killing it out there on the court, but we know you have more sports in your bag. You played shot put in high school. Where did that come from? Was it a hobby? Did it help you prep for basketball?
That was very random. When I tell you in junior high, my high school track coach was like, "Hey, you should go out. You should be a thrower." I said, "What is that? I don't know what that is. Like, just come try it." I said, "Okay."
I am Renetta Seiler. I am the 5th and 6th grade teacher here at Garrigan, and in addition to that, I coach junior high volleyball, boys and girls, junior high and high school track and field. We knew we had something special when she was in junior high. You know, I mean, she's taller, stronger than a lot of the other athletes and students. And so it was kind of exciting to see how she would grow into that. Where sometimes you have a student that comes in and they have talent, but they don't have the work ethic or the drive. And so it was interesting to see how she would mature. She met all our expectations, and I think she exceeded quite a few people's expectations. And I think she did that last year too, at the collegiate level. Her improvement from that 8th grade level to freshman was amazing to see. In both track and field, on the basketball court, on the volleyball court, everything she put her mind to and you know, put her heart in, I think she excelled at.
I'm Brandon Schwab. I'm the head girls basketball coach. I've been for 16 years now at Bishop Garrigan. Audi has always been such a mature, lovable person that attracts wanting to be around her. You know, she's got that infectious personality. I got the best front row seat in watching the most dominant performances night in and night out, you know, for her 4 years of high school. It didn't matter who we played, she was going to dominate that game, and teams would have to completely change how they played, how they game planned because of one player. Some of her dominance comes because of her personality. You know, she doesn't let a bad call bother her. She doesn't let, you know, one mistake bother her. I mean, we've always talked about, you know, resetting your brain every time you cross half court, you know, and she just does a great job of not letting, you know, the game of basketball is so fast paced that there's mistakes, there's missed shots, there's missed opportunities that you can't let the little thing bother you. And that's, you know, she has done a great job from that. As far as, you know, listening to music, bubbly personality, that's the way she came in as a freshman. I mean, our warm-ups have changed. Our pre-practice routine has changed because of Audi Crooks.
We gon' see. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies. Got a lot of people trying to... Love you. Love you, coach. Love you. You love me? Oh, okay. It's okay, Sid loves me. What? You wanna run your mouth? You want some gangsters for Joe? What? We don't set this. Oh. Set this. Oh. They call me. And I punish you.
I had heard a lot in that transition of Audi being a high school player to an Iowa State player that she wasn't ready to play at that level. And I completely thought after that, for the last 3 years of high school, that there was no way that she couldn't play immediately and help a Division I team.
When you look at Audi, you think of like a big girl, you're like, okay, they're gonna be slow. You know, you can't have both. And I think Audi proves that you can have both. I mean, I think just because you have the size, it doesn't mean you can't be explosive, you can't be quick. Where, I mean, being a thrower, I mean, what she did in the ring was amazing. And a lot of that's because she has that natural athletic ability, but then she does the work too, to use it.
Audi has been against great players in high school. We had traveled out, we played Hopkins her senior year. You know, they had Nunu Agranu, Liv McGill, who's at Florida. And then she was on a big AAU circuit. She was seeing D1 players that are now in college every weekend in the spring and summer. The biggest thing she's able to do now that I guess she wasn't able to do as much in high school is use her strength. You know, she's always been so strong and finish around the rim, but a lot of times in high school she was penalized for being strong against, you know, a lesser player and would get an offensive foul. So it felt like when she got the ball in the post, she had to play preventative offense to keep herself on the floor.
I think anybody that comes through that makes a huge impact on a school, you want that legacy to be there, but you set that legacy for people to strive even more. She set the bar pretty high. I mean, with how she helped our team at state and what she did and brought that atmosphere of, you know, Bishop Garrigan basketball and what we achieved track-wise and how well we did at state and she did at state. Like, every time we have out of the uniform, what do you think they're wearing? They're rocking Audi Crooks shirts. I mean, that's what our kids are wearing. They can't get enough, you know, of buying those and their hats, and they're so excited. Like camp that she did this summer, they loved it. I mean, my daughter's like, hey, I need to go to camp. Audi's gonna have a camp. And I think she'll keep coming back. I mean, with her family here, this is her home. You see her during the summer around here doing things. She has set the bar where our kids can keep working high, and hopefully in the future they'll even achieve even more.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with Audi is she loves life. She's always smiling. She loves to play basketball, but she doesn't want to be viewed as that's all I am. She wants to impact people's lives. She came here with an understanding of what it took to be an adult. If you listen to her press conferences at 17, 18 years old, you'd be shocked at how articulate she was.
During the second half, we switched up the defensive plan a little bit, and I think we brought a lot more intensity, and that was working for us. We started rebounding a lot better. I think we got out-rebounded in the first half, and then the guards did a phenomenal job. I can't praise them enough of getting the ball inside. I don't score if they don't pass me the ball, so this is a big night, not for me, but for Iowa State.
I think the Maryland game just really changed the trajectory for her in a lot of ways. For all of us, our life changed that night. When you're around her, you just feel better because she is just that kind of kid. And I don't know if she's ever had a bad day, and she's fun to coach.
I think the joy stems from like the root of why I play the game. And that's, my parents, my mom, my dad. I remember being a kid playing with them and them instilling that love of the game in me. And I just try to carry that out each day. And I think that's what kind of springs on that joy. Tap, 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 bam. Freedom. Oh, is it my turn? Oh, my fault. Lock in.
Inside into Crooks. That's going to put her over 31 points.
Describe what you bring to this sophomore scene.
I bring a paint presence. I bring, I think, consistency, dominance on the low block. I bring a lot of passion to this game with my teammates. Yeah, I love the game of basketball, and I think it shows because I'm constantly smiling, I'm constantly having fun, and yeah, I just think that that's something that people really like to see.
It's fun to watch. Absolutely ferocious, but she plays with so much joy.
She sets the USC record for most points in a game.
But she plays like a pro. This woman can just make it happen in so many different ways.
Michaela Williams just elevates, hangs just long enough to draw the contest.
This is how you attack the zone. You got to understand how good she is, the strength that she has, the ability to finish.
What makes this group so unmatched and so special?
Yeah, I just think the game of basketball is changing quite a bit, like as far as what's expected. Like I feel like position ball is kind of changing, like a thing of the past, and everybody's just a lot more versatile. Like as we talk about the attention drawing towards women's basketball, and even in the WNBA and college, I think now's as good a time as any, and our class is kind of unmatched, I think, as far as talent goes, and it's just cool to be a part.